Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. That's Bush. Headlining night 4 of Q101's Twisted Christmas. Get your ticket now. Some of the nights are sold out, and that one is not right now, but it will. So get your tickets now at Q101.com. Now we'll also have free ones in 10 minutes for night 2. I know it gets confusing. There's a lot going on here, but there's 4 nights. Night 1 with Cage the Elephant sold out. Night 3 with the Pumpkin sold out. So you've got All American Rejects headlining night 2. We're going to give away those tickets in about 10 minutes, and then night 4 with Bush. But all the information is laid out for you very clearly at Q101.com to keep track of all the awesome bands. Isn't that a great problem? It gets confusing because we have so many damn good bands at Q101's Twisted Christmas. So all the information on tickets, you can buy some. Everything is sitting there right for you, waiting at Q101.com. Now, we talked about this story yesterday at exactly this time where monkeys had escaped in a South Carolina research facility, and they had not gotten all the monkeys back, even now 5 days later. Now, the updated report, we have one thing we're going to tell you in about 60 seconds. It might be the most disturbing thing you've ever heard about monkeys, and are they in Chicago now, these monkeys from South Carolina, because they have recaptured 5 more monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his
ate
head.
Case's face off.
Oh, you laugh now.
Yep.
I'd laugh if it happened.
And before I give you the information here, good thing, Case, you moved up in the world financially because you're now on the 2nd floor. Are you not on a 1st floor apartment anymore?
I'm not in the 1st floor apartment anymore.
That doesn't mean you're low in life. It could just been like availability. There's some nice apartments on the 1st floor.
But in theory, the lower ones are cheaper. And I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying that I don't like living on the 1st floor because I'm afraid of monkeys that could come in the window.
You're afraid.
Yeah.
You're 6'4" and a quarter. You're like the perfect guy who should live on the ground level.
But you think I can stop a monkey from biting my neck?
You're a lot bigger than a monkey.
But they climb well.
Okay.
All right, so South Carolina, this lab has recaptured 5 of the escaped monkeys, but that means 13 are still on the loose.
There's 13 left. They caught 5 more of the initial, I think 40 was initially.
43 was the exact number.
43. They've caught 5 more, so they're doing a really good job. Slippery little suckers. And there's 13 left.
Again, I have a real plot twist coming up here in about 60 seconds of the other part of the story, but also want to note, we didn't mention this yesterday, the name of the research facility was Alpha Genesis.
Oh, God.
What does that mean?
What a terrifying name. What a dark future that forebodes with these monkeys, whatever they're doing in there.
Well, now I have to look that up.
Yeah, free the monkeys, let them live, and let them go live in Grant Park, these monkeys. They enjoy Lollapalooza as well as playing, 16-inch softball there in the summer.
Oh, they'd go bananas.
So it looks like
nice case.
It looks like they test everything. So Alpha Genesis, when you look them up, says Alpha Genesis Inc. provides the highest quality, non-human, primate products and bio-research services worldwide. So it looks like they test anything, like that people send their products to them to be tested on monkeys.
God.
Like, that's what they do. So, yeah, Alpha Genesis Primate Research Center. So if you come up with a product and you want it tested, so that means who knows what could be here? Like, it could be anything, any product.
This is not good.
I was hoping it was something like fun, like maybe there's taste testers for awesome food, but this could be anything in the world. That's what this company does.
You think the monkeys were eating the new Oreo flavor?
It does taste like Coke and Oreo. That's really interesting.
They're like, I'm not really getting the notes of vanilla. I'll write that down.
Yeah, cranberry Sprite is pretty tasty.
What I mean, like, honestly, who knows? Maybe some of the monkeys get to that, and the other are like, great, I'm on medication. You got Oreos? Stupid. I hate cage number 3.
I got to test arthritis medicine, and you're eating the new Coke Oreos?
This is good, though. I've had a vat of acid that I've been waiting to ship out. People are going to be like, oh, great, I can test this on the monkeys now.
God.
How do you work there? Who applies, like, I'd like to be the monkey torturer, please? Thank you.
Well, okay, so I'm looking it up. They breed the monkeys, too. So they breed their own monkeys.
Everything sounds horrible about this
I
place.
know.
Not good.
And listen, I'm sure there's some fine people that work there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, but I wonder. There's got to, to do this testing on monkeys. I know people will say, "Hey, it's got to be tested on something. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe we can just try the stuff on humans and then see what happens.
So the company's clinical trials reportedly include research on progressive brain disorders. So I don't know if do they find monkeys with the brain issue and they give them the medicine to see if it works? Are they like helping already sick monkeys?
No, they give the monkey the brain issue and then they try to help them.
How do you do that? You can't like give a monkey Alzheimer's. Or are they like, this monkey forgets everything, see if this helps?
They could play NFL football for 15 years, these monkeys.
And they're not on the field.
They get CTE. by the way, a couple fat things there. Wouldn't it be amazing to see monkeys play football?
Well, they'd probably be so good at it. They've got great hands,
Can we start a monkey football league?
Okay, this is a good idea. Get Alpha Omega on the phone or whatever that place was called. We're going to start a football.
It's Alpha Genesis.
Okay, get them on the phone. We're starting a football league.
Oh, I went from hating these people to loving them now.
No, but here's the thing.
God.
I stand by what I said yesterday and reading about it. These monkeys have broken free from a prison. They were bred to test products and not have a life. And you guys are rooting for them to be captured.
Maybe
That's sick.
Maybe they were teaching them bank robbing skills.
That's fine if you finders keepers. You know my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Well, listen. So now the big question is: has any of the monkeys reached Chicago? There's 13 of them. 13 monkeys. Have any of them reached Chicago? The answer, Case, for you, so you can sleep well tonight, is no.
4.
Damn it! Damn, I should have said that. And they seem to be heading toward the area of Uptown.
Oh man! So just to be clear. There's none of these escaped monkeys. None of them have reached Chicago at this point.
That's correct, but there are 13 unaccounted for.
We don't know that. They haven't found the 13. If they knew where the 13 were, there would be a problem. They'd have them.
Right.
So there could be one in Chicago.
Now, here's the more disturbing part. If you're not disturbed already about what's going on in these poor monkeys that had to escape a lab, Alpha Genesis, they're trying to capture them in South Carolina. Here's what the police said locally about people in the area while the police are trying to capture the monkeys. Quote, avoid flying drones. Because people want to film what's going on with the capture of the monkeys. Here's why the police are telling people to put your drones away. Because apparently it spooked some of the primates when the drones and it disrupted captive efforts. And what that says to me is these monkeys are organized. And they have weapons. And they saw the drones coming, and they said, well, now it's time to get real. Let's show them what we got.
No.
And fire the missiles. That's what it said to me.
That's what these people deserve. They're torturing them.
Yeah.
What I imagined is a very mini King Kong scene. So they're on like a light pole, and they knock the drone down. Kind of like the helicopters on the Empire
It's like 4
State
feet
Building.
off the ground.
That's what I imagine. Mini King Kong.
Oh, God.
Stop, because those helicopters irritated the hell out of King Kong.
Yeah.
Same concept.
Well, he got really mad.
Yeah, as he should. Again, stolen monkey.
Okay.
King Kong was a good guy.
However, he was
You
climbing.
stole him.
I know, but climbing the Empire State Building is
They
not cool.
shouldn't have brought him here. He was trying to live. Everyone stop stealing monkeys and then get mad at them when they act like monkeys.
Well, to your point, what your research showed is they're breeding them there. Yeah, I don't like any of this, and I don't know if that helps
I don't
you,
like
Case.
it. It doesn't make me happy.
We can say there's none in Chicago, but we don't know
that.
They don't know where the 13 are, and clearly they have defensive and offensive skills.
No, let me tell you right now, I'm leaving the show here today, and I'm going to go write my will. And we can all laugh about this now, but there is nothing that is at all good feeling about lab-bred monkeys who are afraid of drones flying in the air. You know who's not afraid of drones flying in the air? Normal, healthy monkeys. These are evil monkeys. This is not good. I don't know why everybody's laughing about this. Yesterday, our sales guy, Roy, stopped me in the hallway. He's like, oh, man, I thought it was so funny how you were freaking out about the monkeys. I'm not joking. Yeah. We should be on red alert, DEFCON 1 or 5. I don't remember which one's worse. We got to be on one of the DEFCONs here. This is not good.
DEFCONs are numbers.
I'll tell you what. The monkeys are coming right for you because you won't stop talking about them. I'd be careful if I were you.
Well, they definitely have radar and, hacking
if I
ability.
Heard somebody talk about me like the way that you talk about these monkeys, I'd jump them.
People don't realize.
You're going to get curb stomped by the 13 remaining monkeys. and you've earned it.
To Kenzie's point, people don't realize we're number one with monkeys.
I just imagine a monkey throwing a cigarette and then jamming his face. Look out. I'd come for you. Also, a will? Case, leave your vinyl to Brian, and this is all you have.
Wow, okay.
I'm sorry. You posters, band merch, and vinyl. What are you going to... Your mom doesn't want it.
No, she doesn't.
Exactly.
She told me that.
Exactly.
I will say this, Case. I will bring the friend of the monkeys that eats your face to your funeral. and pay proper respects.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
And we have important breaking news. We just talked in sports about an hour ago about the Bears offense, the tragicness of it, and where we're at today. Well, according to Adam Schefter, incredible NFL breaking news expert, change in Chicago. Shane Waldron is out as the Bears offensive coordinator per sources. Now, a lot of people say per sources and they just make up their source.
Me.
My source is Kenzie. Although every time I say something on the air and say sources, it's Kenzie.
Yep.
That's it. Adam Schefter has some serious sources. No, I'm not saying you're not serious, because Kenzie is a serious source.
I'm super serious.
But Shane Waldron is out as the Bears offensive coordinator. Yesterday in the press conference, so Matt Eberflus said there's stuff going on and it's in the process, and he wouldn't let anything go, and that's what he did. They let go Shane Waldron. Normally I don't celebrate someone losing their job, but when you're paid a lot of money and you're not good at it, and I invest my time and money in the product, I would like a change. And I'm happy about this change. So let's see what happens against the Packers this week. Let's go. So that happened. Now, let's move forward. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Coming up tomorrow at this time at 8:20 to look forward, besides the Packers game coming up Sunday, is Head to Headlines, where Tony in Franklin Park was checking in saying that cheese headline was hilarious and breaking down that story. So thank you for checking in from Franklin Park today on that. And last week's headline was, man arrested in UK cheese heist where imposters stole $389,000 worth of cheddar.
Some good cheese, baby.
Now, if you want to hear that, our podcast is up anytime you want to grab it, on demand for you at all the places you get podcasts, the Brian and Kenzie podcast, to hear us break down that story. Wednesdays at 8:20, we do that. So tomorrow at 8:20, we'll have a couple new headlines for you. You decide the content of the show based on that. But moving forward, in 4 minutes, we're going to play Oasis here. We have Kenzie's Crimes, another feature of Brian and Kenzie's program where Kenzie breaks down a horrific or sometimes just fascinating crime in the Chicagoland area.
Now, this crime was so horrific as I was reading it. And then I realized the amount of parallels to the Menendez brothers, which we're all talking about a lot right now. And it truly is Illinois' version of that, where at first you're like, this is pure evil. And then you're like, wow, does evil ever have a justification? Right? And it kind of leaves you with that. Listen, the story gave me goosebumps. So it's our version of the Menendez brothers for sure.
And you're about to hear that story in 4 minutes after Oasis right now with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Well, we poured one out this morning for Shane Waldron, the Bears offensive coordinator, fired just about a half hour ago, broke that news. And sadly, have to do this in music and entertainment news, pour another thing out in Chicago. Very sad, as the Pitchfork Music Festival, 20 years in Chicago, 19, 20 years, give another year on that one. They have decided to, well, it's hard to say cease to exist. They say they're moving out of Chicago, but that doesn't mean they have plans to go to Rockford, let's say. The Pitchfork Music Festival, long-running indie rock festival, and in Union Park, it was last year was Alanis Morissette, I remember, was a headliner of one of the nights that we almost went, me and Megan did, but we didn't make it.
Maybe their ticket sales would have kept them alive.
I apologize to the Pitchfork Music Festival.
Look in the mirror.
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to be a hypocrite here. I really treated them poorly in this year by not going.
You did.
But a lot of people over the years have enjoyed it because you have, of course, Lollapalooza. You have Riot Fest, which is the greatest festival on earth. And then you have Pitchfork. Chicago has, an incredible amount of music covered with its festivals. And losing this one certainly sucks.
It does. It does. I think this is something you're going to see more and more of around the country and in Chicagoland specifically, where while Lollapalooza and Riot Fest are safe, the festival industry was bloated and is cutthroat, and Pitchfork is going under a number of changes. They folded into the GQ brand, so now the same people that work for GQ also work for the music review website Pitchfork, and this is one of the cost-cutting measures. It's harder to book festivals than ever before, and Pitchfork doesn't exactly have a lot of good things going for them right now, thus the end of Pitchfork Fest in Chicago.
There were too many music festivals, though, let's be honest.
I agree.
It's gotten so aggressive. It's like, how everyone has a podcast? Like, everyone has a music festival. And There's only so many people that you can see perform at these damn things. It makes it really hard. They need to combine forces and have these insane, like, amazing music festivals instead of, like, everyone arguing. Like, Pitchfork and Riot Fest should have combined.
No,
Yes.
I don't want that.
And then they had, like,
I don't
something
want. Riot Fest
But,
is
like, they're
perfect.
with, I'm talking about, like, they should have combined with, like, their staff and their connections. And they should be making super music festivals instead of everyone trying to take, what's left of the pie. It's aggressive. You can't do it.
So the big Super Music Fest coming to Grant
Yes.
Park. It's everybody.
It's everybody.
We're not going to list it all off. It's everybody performing.
It's 14 days. Hear me out.
No, it's got to be more than that.
It's going to be unbelievable.
You know the summer, right?
Yeah.
It's the summer.
It's just all of it.
101 days, 101 stages. The big Q101 Music Fest in Grant Park.
Everybody together.
Well, it's really sad because a lot of the people, of course, locally that put that on and worked at the Pitchfork Festival, I'm sure everybody's really, struggling today with that move.
At one point, it was awesome.
Yeah, I know you have some thoughts on it that it kind of went downhill a little bit as far as your tastes.
Pitchfork, the website, for 20 years, it was founded in Chicago. It's a Chicago institution for the longest time, and it was for pretentious music a-holes like myself.
Like you.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. My musical taste was shaped by Pitchfork. And
Yeah.
then 5 years ago, they brought in a new editor-in-chief, and she was like, guys, what if we talked about pop music? And that's cool if that's your thing. Not here. You go to People Magazine. Go to your own place. And now Pitchfork is just a shell of what it used to be.
Well, a lot of times people want to get broader when they get success. Hey, let's talk about this now. And, we with this show every day, we focus on what we hope you want. And we're not going to do other things just because it's popular or someone else says, maybe you should talk about this because some other people like that. You can't please everybody. That's a lesson in life. My dad told me that when he kicked me out of the
I
house.
was going to say when he was kicking your ass.
He's like, you've pleased no one in this house.
Yeah, you can please somebody,
Yeah.
but you can't
That was the
please.
asshole speech.
Start there, but you can't please
Do
everybody.
one thing good, Brian.
Oh, man. A bizarre story coming out of, Europe. Alien Ant Farm. Okay, you know them most from Smooth Criminal, the Michael Jackson cover, but also an incredible band otherwise. And I have a story I'll share in a moment after we say this. But the band CKY is Bam Margera's brother's band, which is a hard title of a band, but that's what they are.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't say Bam Margera, you wouldn't know his brother's in the band.
If you played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, a lot of CKY songs on that video game. Otherwise, you know them as Bam Margera's brother's band.
That's right. A veteran of Warped Tours in the past, not the newer Warped Tours coming, but Alien Ant Farm began touring with CKY in Europe last month, and apparently it's not going so well. In a statement posted to social media by Alien Ant Farm singer Dryden Mitchell, accused CKY frontman Chad of punching him in the face, leading to CKY getting kicked off the co-headlining UK tour, and the Ireland leg was about to happen. Man, imagine getting kicked off right before you go to Ireland.
That's a bummer.
That stinks.
It would have been fun.
A lot of fun. But I love the statement from Alien Ant Farm when you read it. They will no longer be on the Alien Ant Farm tour through the rest of the UK tour after Chad punched me in the face earlier today.
Tough.
I'm writing this with a Salisbury steak pressed up to my face. Frozen peas are on the way. He did punch me in the face today.
Oh my God, that statement. I could read more, but maybe I just stop there. There's nothing else to say about it.
That's all you need to know.
Oh my gosh. And I've told a story about Alien Ant Farm on the air before, and it's incredible because the person I talked about here reached out to us. Kenzie, I don't know if you remember this story. Alien Ant Farm played a Q101 festivals, and speaking of festivals, called the Guinness Oyster Festival. It used to exist yearly over on North Avenue in Wells. It was incredible. 20,000 people, they'd pack on Wells Street in North Avenue, closed down. Alien Ant Farm played that in one of the last ones of that incarnation at that location. Now, I remember I was supposed to stage announce Alien Ant Farm, and I'm trying to get to the stage. I've never been scared really in my life, a couple times maybe, of a crowd. I started to try to get to the stage, and then all of a sudden I understand what kind of just squishing all the air out of your body when people get together, and that's kind of how it felt. I got nervous. I finally just kind of got on top and walked on top of people, if that makes sense, to get out of the pit, if you will. Kind of like at Riot Fest when that guy bit me in the leg, or a woman. I don't know who did it yet, still to this day.
Unidentified biter.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I get to the stage, I bring on Alien Ant Farm. Dryden, the singer that we were just talking about in the story, goes on stage, and the crowd was insane. Instantly, he leaps off the stage over the barricade into the crowd. And I thought, that's pretty awesome. But then he grabs a girl and starts bringing her over the barricade. And I go, what is going on? And I thought there was a fight that started because bands seem to want to stop fights in their shows. That's a great thing to do, to step inside. I mean, it was crazy. What I found out later was when the crowd thrusted forward, the girl's hand got caught on the barricade and her finger cut off and flew off over the barricade. Now,
What?
I know.
Her finger threw over the barricade?
So she pushed forward and her finger went whoop, and the finger went airborne and then flew over.
Did they find the finger?
That's what Dryden saw. He saw it up on the stage. He saw the whole thing happen.
The finger?
He saw the finger. And he jumped off stage and then went and grabbed the girl and pulled her over to help her. And he saw the finger. And as far as I know, he grabbed the finger, got to Northwestern Hospital, and reattached the finger to that girl. That's the story I'm sticking with.
And that's the story you should stick with.
What the hell? This is what I've been saying about the pit. You guys, you try to make me go in the pit. I will never go in the pit.
I didn't mean to scare you from pits for the future.
Chairs in the back. I can see it just fine.
I'm sorry. But
oh my God.
When I talked about this story about 4 years ago on the air, and this is 20 years ago this happened, the girl called up who lost the finger. And I hope she's still listening to the show. If you are, you can call up. We can talk to you at 312-591-8300.
What'd she say?
She actually was very jovial about the whole thing. And she sent me pictures of the reattached finger to this day and how it looks.
Did it look good?
It looks okay.
What do you mean okay? What's wrong with it?
It's not perfect.
You didn't say it looks good.
No, it's not perfect.
Why? Is it like a little sideways or something?
Well, I told you about my pinky that's gotten dislocated, and hers got cut off. So
What does it look like?
a Cheeto,
Okay. Which finger was it?
the pinky.
Ah.
Yeah. A
Well,
good
if you're
looking.
going to lose one.
It's a good looking Cheeto, though. It's a good looking one, yeah.
Nails done on that Cheeto.
I've never seen a bad looking Cheeto.
Yeah. So there's my story about Alien Ant Farm and a festival, kind of tying in some of those stories we just talked about.
That's terrifying.
It is.
That's my worst nightmare. When I get pushed around and I think to myself, I'm going to die. This is what I'm talking about. Everyone thinks I'm exaggerating. I could have lost a finger.
Nah, if you didn't know that story, we just still call you exaggerating that.
From now on.
Finally, a little more music entertainment news. Megan Fox is pregnant with Machine Gun Kelly's baby.
Yeah.
They're expecting their first child. Now, she has 3 other sons.
She does?
Brian Austin Green from Beverly Hills 90210.
He also has a daughter, Machine Gun Kelly.
That's correct.
Yes.
So a lot of kids in that blended
A
family.
lot of kids. There is a lot. That's very judgy.
Wow.
What a bizarre blended family. What's Thanksgiving like with that? Brian Austin Green, Machine Gun Kelly, Megan Fox.
I don't think they're going together. I think they're having separate Thanksgivings.
You don't think so?
I don't think they're attending together.
Wow. So their ages are 7, 9, 11, 15, and then the new baby on the way.
Who's 0 right now?
0.
He's 0?
Not born yet.
He or she. They don't know the gender.
Don't know yet. The picture of Megan Fox she put up is her covered basically in either black paint or tar.
I saw somebody say it looks like a duck in a Dawn commercial, and that made me laugh so hard. I said, it looks like an oil.
Oh, maybe you got to post that picture, Case.
Oh my God.
These people should not be breeding. This is not good.
It's a little spooky. I'm all about spooky.
Oh,
but
Lord.
the being drenched in tar for your baby photo, I don't know, go off. Whatever.
I will never look at that photo and not think of those Dawn commercials now. Finally, closing out music entertainment news with this audio from Wheel of Fortune. As I've said, I apologize to Ryan Seacrest. He's killing it. I watch it every night. He's amazing on Wheel of Fortune. I was just upset when Pat Sajak Chicago and retired. But this happened last night. Now, obviously, I can't show you the board on the radio, but listen to the guy's first guess, what he makes, and then wait for the end of the payoff of what the puzzle really is.
I'd like to buy a U.
Well, you're going to get 3 U's.
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Okay, well, let's hear it.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.
I'm sorry, that's not it. Over to Katina.
I would like to solve.
Okay.
Give yourself a round of applause.
That's it. Although, Will, I kind of like yours better. That sounds better.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with Puddle of Mud. I want to remind you as we get closer and closer to the holidays, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever else in between, that there's a lot of people out there that can't have the Thanksgiving and Christmas that you can have because of the struggles this year of, trying to get together and have people have food is one of the greatest things you can do. Come over your house, have some food. Well, not everybody's in that situation to do that. And that's why God Bless the Gravy exists, our 4th annual food drive. And we have set a record this year already through you for acquiring 64,347 meals, $21,000 plus donations have led to that 64,000 meals. Our goal was 30,000, but here we are now at a point where we'll move forward and try to get to 100,000. Why not?
Woo!
You can donate very easily at Q101.com or just text GRAVY to 312-591-8300, and a link comes back to you and you can donate. Now, we understand how hard it is. That's one thing we would never ask you any other time of the year but to donate some money. And $5 helps. Why, Kenzie? Why does $5 help?
So, honestly, even $1 helps. This is what's crazy about it, is $1 equals 3 meals. So if you gave $1, you would feed somebody for an entire day. You give $5, it's 15 meals.
Mind-blowing.
It's so amazing. That's what I love about this, is that if you can give a lot, of course, look at all the meals you can provide. It's so amplified. But if you can't, you're on a budget, this is what you can give. The difference it makes, again, you could give $1 and feed someone for an entire day. So you're able to make a difference no matter your circumstance during this time of year, which is awesome. I have to say, we've gone way higher than we've ever gone, Brian.
Yeah, it's a record. I love it already. We're already at a record.
We are at a record. Obviously, we're only partway through November. And for me, this just really brought me up just looking at what's been donated, because I feel like you go online and it can be so aggressive for so many things. I just saw people fighting, and I'm not kidding you, over Margot Robbie having a boy, and people saying that that's disgusting. She shouldn't have had a baby boy.
What?
Because she's Barbie and she should have had a girl. This is what social media is, right?
Good
it's
Lord.
what is going on? And then you think that maybe the world's lost their mind when you go on your phone, but then you look at things like this, and you call in, you donate, and you get to realize how many amazing people are actually out there. And online is not real stuff. Just ignore it because it's so insane. And I love seeing the amount of kindness we've gotten this year, because it's been a tough year financially and all that. And I feel like I see so much negativity, and seeing this kind of positivity around the holidays. I want to thank you. I want to thank you if you donated, because it's made me feel so much better, I feel like, about humanity and just the kind of listeners that we have. And it's been really special. And again, $1 goes a really, really long way. So we love being able to provide that opportunity.
Well, it's very easy. Text GRAVY to 312-591-8300 or Q101.com. The link is right there. And just some of the things that came through yesterday, obviously, with Veterans Day. Tammy checked in, donating in honor of my grandpa who passed away last year at 103. He served in the Navy during World War II as a cook, donating meals in his honor and his memory. Wow. Man, do we appreciate your grandfather. Special. And you, Tam. We appreciate you as well. So you can donate, and let's get the thing to 100,000 meals. We're going all the way to Giving Tuesday in December. So be here and be a part of it, of helping your neighbors, helping people you know, people you don't know. It's an incredible way to pay it forward. God Bless the Gravy with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Donate whatever you can and save lives.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning, and Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.